G'day guys, Mossy here again. This is my Ducati Desert X. Just out on a nice desert ride today. Just stopped at these old ruins here. So just thought I'd do a quick video on my setup, what I carry on just a normal day ride and so forth. And so I just wanted to go through like my bike setup. Sometimes I'll only go out for like a couple of hours ride just to get out of the normal rat race of every day. And I don't go moto camping like every week like everyone else, but sometimes I'll just go out for a couple of hours ride, and just to get out on the dirt or on the highway or wherever it is. So I just quickly go through my setup and the reasons why I've picked them. And everything today that I've shown you has come out of my own pocket. No one's sent it to me or sponsored it or given it to me, so it's all out of my own pocket. So the reason I've chosen them is for specific reasons. They haven't, I've done my research and gone, okay, well, what is the best for me? So this is basically my bike setup. We'll start at the front actually. Start at the front of the bike. I've got a couple of action camera mounts up here. So when I'm filming stuff, I've got one looking forward, I've got one looking back. Those are my camera setups. I've also got a camera set up on the back there on here, so I can put a camera looking backwards. Also just go around the bike stuff, crash bars, I think that's really important for most of these bikes. They're very heavy, very easy to tip over. You get into some greasy slick conditions and these bikes will just go over. Got the high fender kit for the Ducati. A lot of bikes will do that now. You got a T7. A lot of these different bikes you can get a high fender kit for them. I think it's important. The ones that I found with the front fenders that are very, very close to the tires in muddy conditions can bind up, and then you're not going to be able to move your wheel. I've known some guys that have been in some quite dangerous conditions and the front wheel has all bound up with mud and clay, and they can't get their bikes to move, so they've had to rip their front mud guards off out in the middle of nowhere and just throw them in the bush. Also I've got the WRS screen for the front, for the lights, just a bit of a protection from stones. How your mates are, everyone loves to roost you, so you don't want to smash up your lights, because no doubt Ducati will charge you premium to replace them. WS screen, I went with the Enduro, the lower Enduro screen. It's about 2 inches or 50 mil lower than the normal one. I find for me, I'm 5'10", the buffeting is a lot less on normal highway speeds, and it's a little bit lower, so when you're off-road it's not so much in your vision, and I actually quite like it. Backbusters here, I'll replace those. I did get the off-road pack that Ducati do, and they came with the guards, but I smashed those up pretty quick. They were only just crappy plastic, and I really didn't like the Ducati guards that they had on there, so I'll replace them with the Barkbusters. Got the guards on there. These ones are carbon fiber. I think they look pretty cool. The thing is with the Barkbusters, they do about 4 different shapes and all different colors, so you can choose whichever one you want. Also I got the double take mirrors, a little bit stronger, a little bit easier to adjust than the standard models. I think they look pretty cool as well. I stayed with the round mirrors because I think they look really cool with the bike, with the style of the bike being a little bit more retro looking. And of course I came off in the sand not so long ago and bent all the mounts down here on the standard mirrors. Obviously the metal that they use on those can be a little bit soft, so they bend really easy. That was the other reason why I've got the double take mirrors, and again, I think they look pretty cool. Also just on my dash here I've got the Garmin Zumo XT2. I think it's a pretty good setup. I find for me it's easy to transfer maps over to the Garmin through Tread, and those there's quite a few different ways you can put routes or maps onto your GPS. Of course, I've got the normal phone there. That is on a quad lock. You take that off there. That's just on the normal charging quad lock and has a vibration mount on it, so it's not going to damage the phone at all. So just going back, I use Krieger. Everywhere I go I've got a tank bag, so in my tank bag I'll put things like a litre of water, different bits and pieces like wallets, car keys, phones, whatever you want to carry. The tank bag's there to carry just all your little bits and pieces, camera gear if you've got camera gear, so forth. I have my back tank bag, back seat bag, which is a Krieger again. That's my daily carry. I always carry that no matter where I go. That's got all my tools and stuff in it. Puncture repair kits, little bits and pieces of tools, bolts, just all sorts of bits and pieces, especially the tyre repair kit. I've got that in there with all the other tools. Coming around the bike, I are running on Motos Tractionator Rally Z. This is their off-road tyre. There's been a lot of I would say videos about them. Some people say they're a bit skatey on the road, they're a bit noisy. Some people really love them, some people not so much. I think they're good, but yes, they are noisy on the road, definitely. Do I find them loose on the road? No. Once you get that slippery newness off them, how they come with they're quite slick when they're new. After that they're fine. Off-road, I find they hook up, and man, do they spit the rocks out the back, because they're quite chunky tread. So just watch for your mates behind you. If you're on a lot of gravel or a lot of big rocks, man, this tyre just spits everything out the back. So be careful of your mates. That's about it for my bike. Riding gear, I don't get really technical about riding gear. Back in the day I did a lot of road riding on big road bikes. I used to have a Honda Blackbird, also motocrossed back in my 20s and my 30s, so I don't get over the top with riding gear, although I did buy the Climb Krieger's helmet. The reason I brought this was all the reviews that were out there said the helmet was pretty quiet. It's not the quietest, but it's pretty quiet. So that's the one I got. Also, I got it for the technology. It has a different liner. Forget the name of it now. I can do another video just on this helmet if you want, but it's for crash protection. It's a lot better than your normal polystyrene that you have. So the crush resistance is a lot better for your head protection. Also, I went for the carbon version, a little bit lighter than normal. I think the vents on it are pretty good. Big vents in the front there, vents in the sides, vents in the back. I quite like it, and also got a transition visor on it, so this will go dark during the day, and if you're riding at night it'll just stay clear. A little bit more expensive to buy, but you only buy this stuff once, so. And look, these helmets are not cheap, they're a premium, but you're getting what you pay for. They're very comfortable to wear, the noise is down, the ventilation is good, and the safety aspect of it. When you're looking at a helmet, although your helmet might say, oh yeah, it's got the standard of this country wherever you are, oh yeah, it's safe, but there's a big reason, there's a big difference between a helmet that's $200 and a helmet that is $1,000. You might go, yeah, but they got the same safety rating, but there's a lot that goes into some of these higher end helmets. And if you come off your bike, I've known guys that have had very serious head injuries, and they're affected for the rest of their lives. So let's have a look at what is the best safety. Also, this is a new addition to my kit. This is the Alpine Star Tech Air Off-Road. it a few times. I actually use it as an outer garment. I don't think you need anything above this over the top like a jacket or an enduro jacket, because it's got the sleeves. These are all ventilated. You know, I'm riding in 23 degrees today, which is not cold, but it's not hot either. It was perfect at highway speeds. And off-road, perfect. It has the 3 settings, you know, rally, enduro and street. This is new technology, airbag technology. It's pretty easy to get on and off. I was a bit skeptical about the sleeves and how easy it is to get on and off, but I actually find it actually not bad. So I'm going to carry on wearing this often as I can, and I'll give you a review in 6 to 12 months time and see what my thoughts are. They've been out for a little bit now. The technology has proven. Hey, have a look at it, guys. You don't want a serious injury while you're out there, and if you've got a family, you've got to go to work, you've got to earn some money, whatever it is, any safety you can put on, the better. You know, when I did motocross back in my 20s and 30s, I wore a lot of safety gear. Very rarely hurt myself. Oh yeah, sprains and strains and all that sort of stuff, but never really seriously hurt myself. So I put it down to, you know, having a lot of safety gear on and having the right gear that does the right thing. Obviously it depends on your budget and what you can spend, of course, but as over time, if you can afford to go, you know, just a little bit better, then might be worth the investment long term. Because no, I always say buy once, cry once. So you buy good gear day one, you only have to buy it once, and if it's good gear, it's going to last for a while. So basically that's it, guys. Out here for just a daily ride. This is a Tuesday. Got the day off today, go back to work in a couple of days, so yeah, we're out here in the desert, just cruising around, having a day out on the road. We're out in the trails and having a good time. So anyway, I'll catch up with you guys soon. Hopefully, as I always say, hopefully this helps. I've just gone quickly through what my setup is. You know, this video might spur someone on to go, oh yeah, that quad lock's pretty cool, or hey look, that Garmin, or the double take mirrors, or you know, the bark busters, or whatever it is, or maybe even the Krieger gear. You know, you might look at that tank bag and go, yeah, well that looks pretty cool, maybe I should get one. So these are just some of the videos that I do, and just to help people make a decision on little bits and pieces to make your ride a little bit more comfortable, or if you break down, or you know, water usage, whatever it is, to carry these little things on the bike, or being a little bit more comfortable helmet, or having some premium safety gear. So share it with some guys that you know, they may get some value out of it. So that's about it for today, guys. I'm just going to carry on. I'm going to go and get some lunch now and a coffee, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.